Hello, this video is about the Merkur progress, the mechanics, also the use of the Merkur progress with sensitive skin. There's a couple of things that I think that are not in other videos that I would like to address here. First of all, there isn't anything showing the mechanisms of the Merkur progress and how it's put together. That's your first piece. You have a shaft here, and also you have the head of the Merkur progress. The adjustment knob is a several piece design here. You have your collar. Let me zoom in a little bit. And this is a close-up adjustment of the adjustment scale here. Now this model happens to be the long handle progress. Basically the way it works is inside the main part of the tube here, the head slides onto this piece, which of course is your adjustment, and it screws down, holding the blade and the razor together. The external shaft, looking like this, has your adjustment dot right there, and the basic workings of the mechanism was like such. What it does is, as you tighten down, it changes the aggressiveness of the blade simply by having this go up and down. And it stays in a particular position, locks there, and that changes the positioning of the blade and whether or not the blade is mild or not. Now, putting the progress back together is very simple. Just take your blade, put it in here. Now, as with other Merkur progress videos, I'll show you how it goes back together, like such. I'll zoom in for a moment, like such. Now, I press down just a little bit so that the adjustment knob will grab hold of the thread rod that we showed earlier. And I'll steady it up a little bit. As you can see, the triangle and the top line are on both the same side. Now my progress is set up where the plus is on the dot, as you can see right there. There's the plus right beside the 5 right there. I'll represent that to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back around to 5. Of course, I can turn it the other way to get back around to my 0 position. Now, this is the other thing that isn't in anyone's video. So when you turn it, what are you actually getting up top? What's the mechanism doing? Well, that's very simple. This is 0. I'll turn it around to 1. This is 1. Now watch. Basically what's going to happen is the top of the head's going to go in an upward position. And you'll see it also right here at this triangle. There'll be more of a gap right here. And also you'll see more of a gap between the blade and this safety bar here. And so that's what it's doing, is it's becoming more aggressive. That's 2. This is 3. As you can see, the gap's becoming bigger here, and your progress is opening up right here. This is 4. Pretty good little gap right there. More aggressive. And 5, which is right here. This is 5. And you have a lot of spacing between the safety bar and the blade. The more spacing that's there, the more aggressive it is. And just to reiterate, what aggressive actually really means is that, let me turn it back down to 0. What basically aggressive really means is that it's capable of cutting coarser hair, cutting more hair at one time. That's basically aggressive. Now mild, which is 0, zeroed out right here, position all the way down, as you can see right here. Also the blade's very close to your safety bar right here. Mild is good for thin hair, not so much necessarily the type of hair that's on your face unless you're a younger person. It would be just a very easy going blade setting. Now that we have the main mechanism and how it works out of the way, basically what I wanted to do is just show, and I'll do the zoom in of this right quick, what do you actually get when you do the settings. Of course, I've showed you how the head moves. This moves very slight. There's 2, 3, 4. I'll get a little bit better picture as I go back down. There's 3, 2, 1, and then back to what I call 0, which is this plus sign right there on my particular progress. What do you get when you do the adjustments? Why do the adjustments? Well, your standard fixed head safety razor, like so, with the standard HD here, it comes in on the scale about, now this is my razor, about right here, right about 2 1/4, 2 1/2, somewhere right there. And that's, I can set my Merkur adjustable about right there, and it'll give me about the same as that particular issue. Okay, now, but what it will not do, will not go down to your 0, and it will not go up to 4 and 5. It will not become any more aggressive, and it will not become any more mild. So, that being said, we move up to a little bit better razor. Now, this long-handled progress I bought run about $70, which may be more expensive than you would want to pay, but it'll last forever. Okay. Now, my particular issue is I have sensitive skin, so I can't be all the time up around here, or 3s, or anything like that. Basically, my neck area requires one pass. One pass only, around 1 or 2, depending on how adventurous I want to be. Now the rest of my face, I can very easily go to a 3, and that's normally what I use. I have seen people make videos where they went all the way up to a 4. The more you go on the scale, the more aggressive it is. It exposes more of the blade, like I just showed you, and Going lesser exposes less of the blade. Now, that being said, the question would be at this point is, if you have sensitive skin and you only want to make one pass on the neck, so you don't just keep on going over and over the same area, should you go for one pass at 2? Or should you go at 2 or 3 passes on 0? Well, the answer is you're probably going to want to go one pass at 2 rather than multiple passes, because you're still having blade exposure to the sensitive areas. 3 works really good for my face, but not so good for the neck. It really stinks on the neck. So I can go a little bit lower than that into this area. Now, that's something that I haven't seen other videos cover. The aggressiveness versus the mildness. Now, as far as shaving supplies to go with your progress, what I have bought very inexpensively, it cost me $12 plus some change, is basically what it is. It's an onion soup bowl. It is microwave safe, as you can see here. Porcelain, made in China, dishwasher safe, microwave safe, oven safe to 435 degrees. I'll lift my little camera up. Okay, this is what I use to make my lather in. And one of the things that I was noticing was scuttles, small scuttles, different skulls that other people were making. And they were running anywhere between about $35 and $60. Well, I'm not paying that kind of price. I just refuse. And so I bought this porcelain scuttle. Basically, I can stick this in the microwave for 2 minutes. Once it gets nice and hot, I can throw my soap chunks that I made. I just cut the little pieces off a bar of soap. I can make it 2 or 3. Chunk those on in. Now these do melt in the microwave, as you can see. They're in the bowl there. They do melt in the microwave. They form a liquid at the bottom, and that works real well with the brush. On part 3 of the video, I actually be melting these and making up a lather. One moment on that.